Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea. I hope you're all doing well today. It is freaking cold in Chicago today, but that's okay. I have about a million things I need to get done, but I wanted to hop on here first before I ended up losing day and not being able to jump on here. So first things first. So I have said this before. CHANTAL is such a freaking mystery to me. I watched part of her, very short part of her live stream yesterday, which was really long, of course. And there's only so much I could take of her. But then this morning, people were doing reactions to it, so I kind of had it playing in the background as I was doing my chores, and it was blowing my mind. I'm sitting there like, how the hell does she still have so many supporters? It seems like she still has a lot of beezers left. Now, I don't know if she cherry picked them out of the comment sections, but it sure as hell seems like she's got a lot of them. Mind blown. I don't understand it. It seems like the freaking nuttier she gets, the more beezers she gets. But then again, I don't know like if she's just cherry picking them. And I won't even touch the subject of that weirdo ex of hers. I cannot wrap my brain around the fact that women are willfully seeking him out. Why would you want to hook up with a broke, smelly chump like that? Ew. And he's an ex-con. Like, what the hell? There are so many reaction channels that are talking about it. It's like, ugh, I don't get it. Now, him and CHANTAL are two peas in a pod. They belong together. But other people who are, seeking him out, I feel like I could smell the both of them through my screen. Ew. I don't get it. It freaking baffles me. But whatever. Anyways, the main reason I wanted to get on here was this morning, I saw maybe 2 videos of CriscoBabes, and they were funny. And so I'm listening to one of them in the background. As like I said, I was doing my chores, so it's just playing in the background. And I was about 3 minutes into it, and I had to stop. It was the Amber Lynn Reid and all her illnesses. I had to stop. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm gonna do a reaction to it, because I had so many things I had comments about, and I was like, I gotta add my 2 cents on this one. I have seen many compilations on Amber. We all have. I've seen many reaction channels that cover her, and I have never once ever heard anybody mention anything about Munchausen syndrome. Like, does she maybe have that? How is it that, and I've been watching her a long time, so when I started watching her, she was still like in her early 20s. How is it that this person has so many ailments that she's diagnosed with, and no one's ever like mentioned that it could possibly be like that Munchausen syndrome? So I made sure, like, I Googled it. I made sure, like, I knew what the hell I was talking about. I'm like, she sounds like she would have that. I don't know. That's just my opinion. If I'm wrong and I'm totally talking out of my ass, let me know in the comments below. But we're going to pop it on really quick. And like I said, I only watched about 3 minutes of it, and I was shaking my head. I'm like, no, I need to give my 2 cents. So let me pop it on really quick. Pop this on.
Attention, if you or a loved one was diagnosed with ASMR, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
She was just like, you're healthy. Like, she had my charts in her hand. She was like, you're healthy.
You know what? Hold on. I don't think I enlarged my screen. Sorry, guys. Ugh, I'm old. Remember that? And I'm friggin' slow as hell. So, oh boy. So do this, and now we'll watch. Thanks for your patience. I'm going to really learn like a new editing program once the holidays are over. But, it takes time. I'm not like you young kids. So I need to like really sit and learn. I have like this editing program that I use, but it's so limited. So I'll get there. You'll see.
But you are obese. And in that moment, I was just like, fuck. Anyways, I woke up with like the worst heartburn in the world, but it's like in my top abdomen. Ugh. I was diagnosed with acid reflux when I was like 18, I think. It used to be really bad. Like, I would have heartburn every single day, like all day long for a couple of years. The medicine that I would use was Maalox, but I have not been able to find that anywhere. I am searching and searching and I cannot find it anywhere, so it's really weird. I was actually living in Oklahoma when I found the Maalox, and it worked like a charm. But I stopped having heartburn for quite some time. I think it was probably because I was losing a lot of weight. But lately I've been getting a lot of heartburn. I don't know if it's like the stress from work and constantly bending and like moving and walking like super fast, and
Okay, I'm not a doctor, but what the hell does that have to do with acid reflux?
just all the things I have to do, picking up heavy stuff and helping people. What? Tums don't really work for me as well as I wish they would, but I might have to get me some of them. When I was younger, I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder. A lot of people joke about...
Okay, I don't believe this at all. I believe that she is totally just seeking attention. Just my opinion.
Having OCD or being OCD with certain things, but it's not really something to joke about when someone really has it. And obsessive compulsive disorder isn't just like, oh, I have to have, you know, everything stacked in a certain way.
You don't need to school us on what this is. I'm sure the majority of people know what this is.
Or, oh, I have to take the third item when I'm grocery shopping from the back, you know, stuff like that. It's not.
She makes me so irrationally angry. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just me.
It's not just like that.
I have a child that's not far from her age at this age that she is right here. And it's like, if I ever saw my kid acting like that, I'd crack her. I would seriously crack her.
There are OCDs that are, you have to do things repetitively, sorry, I can't talk, and things like that. And I have
I know not many people, but a few people that have actual OCD who have really been diagnosed with OCD. And I don't think that you could pay them a bajillion dollars to advertise it all over the internet, or who think it's funny. And this ding dong, she irritates me.
a few OCDs. I have quite a few that I've dealt with and I was able to overcome. Some of them smaller, some of them bigger. I'm actually kind of embarrassed to share some of them.
Nobody who's embarrassed to share them would share them all over the internet, Amber.
But just like a simple one, or I'll share like 3 of them with you. One of them I still do. Another one I catch myself doing sometimes, but I try to stop. And another one I completely
stop.
So the one I completely stopped, I learned how to do sign language, A, B, C, D, E, whatever.
Oh,
I learned how to do that when I was
lady.
10 or 11. And after I learned how to do the ABCs in sign language, every time I would talk, or every time someone would talk around me, or every time I would think, or anything, like just...
I don't have OCD. I couldn't tell you if this is an actual thing. I do feel like she hears stories or reads stories, and sometimes thinks these are ways for her to get attention. So she takes the story and she makes it her own. Just my opinion.
Just anytime there were words involved, I would have my hand hidden so no one could see it.
I believe this is where the, people say that she thinks it's quirky and cute. Oh, she's so different.
And I would sign every single thing somebody would say, and I couldn't stop myself from doing it. It became really obsessive, and sometimes I get really angry with myself. Like, I literally couldn't stop, and it was scaring the shit out of me. I know it doesn't sound bad to you guys, honestly, it really, really was. And something else I used to do, this started when I was probably 12.
Just like everything else in her life, I think she's just full of shit. And I hate to be such an a-hole, but she's just full of shit.
If I was just driving in the car and I was sitting in the front seat, every time, because you know how you're driving and there's trees, and like sometimes the tree shadows are on the road. Like every time I saw a tree shadow, like at the beginning of the shadow, I would have to blink, and
she read this somewhere.
The end of the shadow, I would have to blink, and I couldn't stop. It actually made it to where I didn't sit in the front seat for a long time. Sometimes like my body felt compelled to sit in the front seat, like I had to do the blinking, and it was frustrating. I have caught myself doing that maybe twice in the last 2 years, and that's awesome because that means I've come a long way with that one, which I am so happy about, because it's truly like it's frustrating, and I used to do it all the time and I couldn't stop. And then another one that I still do to this day, I do this little thing. I feel like I have to press down my thumb, sometimes my other fingers, but it's very rare, but it's always my thumb. I have to like press it down and stuff, and that's just, it's like if I'm holding something in my hand and I can't press down, like I'll literally drop whatever is in my hand like so quickly, whether it's spilled or anything, and just to do it, because it's like this obsessive, uncontrollable urge that it just won't go away. So I have a lot of other OCDs that I've dealt with, overcame, that I still do. But I just don't want to share those because some of them are actually kind of like, oh, well, maybe everyone does that. And then some of them are like, whoa, you're like crazy or something. And honestly, I'm not. Like, if you have obsessive compulsive disorder, you're not crazy. I want you to know that. A lot of people experience it. I have had some major back issues ever since I was just a little girl. But the worst ever was when I was living.
Now, I get it that, you know, she has been severely overweight her entire life. So I'm sure that there are things that she's had. But all this other shit.
In Arizona, and I had to sleep on the floor for, I couldn't even tell you how long. Yeah, I had to sleep on the floor for, it was probably almost a year. And I started getting slip.
If she has some sort of compulsion, it's that. The fiddling with her freaking hair.
Discs, and the pain just traveled down my leg. It was just horrible, gruesome, horrible, like bad. And then flash forward to when I was in Virginia, Crystal and I had a wonky bed. I'm just gonna be honest right now. Like, it became uncomfortable. And I slept in such a position and slept in such a way every single night that my disc bulged, my spine got swollen, and I got hip I can never say this word, hip bursitis. I pronounce things horribly. I ended up going to a chiropractor, and he told me all these things, and I couldn't even move. Like, my hip was like out. I couldn't straighten myself. I couldn't walk, nothing. And it was because of the damn bed. And now, the job I have now, wait, let's go back a little bit. Ever since then, randomly, I will get a slip disc or bulge disc.
She just seems, she talks about it and she's so excited. Am I the only one who sees that? Come on.
They are different. I will, and the pain is excruciating, but it's never as bad as the time in Virginia. I can definitely say that. But it's still...
Shit, that's worse than excruciating.
It's so uncomfortable. It hurts. It's hard to even move. And also, regarding me being anemic, and oh god, I feel like I have so much I have to talk about. So I got my labs, like my lab results, where I see all my numbers, and I asked her, can I keep the paper?
My 88-year-old grandma doesn't have these many ailments. Okay? What is going on?
Because I'm curious, because I'm also getting labs done in like a month and a half. So I want to see if like the things that were kind of off, which was maybe anemic, and my vitamin D, I want to see if like how much better they get. Since I am doing iron pills for maybe anemic, and then also for the vitamin D, I'm taking 50,000 milligrams once a week. But your vitamin D is supposed to be between 30 to 100.
And we need a whole ass video about this?
I'm so embarrassed to say mine. Mine's 4. I stay in the house too much. I don't eat the right foods. You know, a lot of people are vitamin D deficient, but the fact that I'm that low is like alarming. And plus, like, being
oh my god, you're gonna die. Give me a break.
On top of it, like, I see where the fatigue comes. It's not just strictly because, you know, my size or whatever. Honestly, it was such a great and fun time. Towards the end, though, I got a really bad toothache because I do have my wisdom teeth coming in, and that's like a whole other situation. But the whole time was so much fun, and it was so hot out there.
It's always something. Always something.
That we had to like have fans out. It was funny. Hey guys, so it's the next day. I look a lot better than I actually feel, which is probably really hard to believe. I have a wisdom tooth that I've been dealing with for almost 10 years now, and like the pain comes in.
Holy hell, where you're from, are there no dentists? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I got all 4 of mine pulled out in one day. Done. Never talked about it to anyone. Imagine that.
Goes, and there's nothing a dentist can do at this point because I can't go under anesthesia at this weight. I went to a dentist about 2 years ago.
You don't have to. I didn't. Don't be a pussy. Just get them all pulled out.
And I was definitely lighter than I am now. Well, I was lighter than I am now. Ugh, grammar. Oh yeah, and just FYI, slept with my chokers on, slept with the shirt I wore yesterday. I half-ass took off my makeup. I was in so much pain last night that I was like scream crying. It was horrendous. I had to use several different numbing agents. I took more medicine than I want to admit to. I mean, nothing like overdose style, but
I never met such a weenie in my life. I can't.
It was so bad, and I don't cry from physical pain. I cry from like emotional pain, but
get the hell out of here.
But it was just so bad, and like I couldn't open my jaw. Like it was this whole side of my face, including my ear and my head. It was just a lot. But you know, 2 years ago, the dentist told me just find ways to make the pain not so bad, and you're gonna have to lose weight before you can go under anesthesia. And I'm just like,
why do we have to go under anesthesia? I got a shot, done. Why to wait during the whole process? Why do you have to go under anesthesia? All in one day this happened.
Okay. So anyways, I just want to...
That's why I think she's so full of shit.
Let y'all know that I'm just feeling pretty miserable from it because it still hurts, but nowhere near as bad as it was last night, and I feel like it's gonna happen again tonight, and I'm just bracing myself pretty much. Okay. It's pretty bad. So while we're here and I'm thinking about it, I forgot to show you my wisdom tooth that was bothering me for years and years and years. So if you don't want to get grossed out, I would fast forward it a little bit. Someone reminded me about this because I forgot to show you guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm fast forwarding this shit. It was freaking disgusting. The fact that she's not embarrassed about that it says a lot.
Have you guys ever heard of like ASMR videos or anything? It's where
Amber.
They have the videos on YouTube. That's why I said ASMR videos. But ASMR is like a response you get in your brain where like you can watch someone do something or like hear something.
I can't. No more. That's it. So my point being is that I have yet to hear anyone mention that. You know, no speak of, does she have that Munchausen syndrome? Like, who has this many ailments at her age? And, you know, I'll totally apologize if it ever comes to light that this is true, but it's always something with this girl, and I don't get it. Ugh, she's so irritating. I want to smack her. But anyways, be nice, Andrea. Be nice. It's almost Christmas, for God's sake. Okay, anyways, so this just popped up right before I got on here today. I think this is how you pronounce his name. BOY ILYA, ILAYA. And it was the, I have my notes, I'm sorry. Despectful Lynn's Snapchat rant. Please check it out. I'm going to link it down below. Hilarious. Again, BOY ILYA. I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be wrong. Anyways, it was hilarious shit. It was so spot on. Funny. Okay, so our girl says she's going to upload it later on tonight. If she does, and I'm not running around like a chicken without a head, I will hop on and do a react just to see what's going on in the Amberverse. If not, everybody, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.